The Mercedes 300 SL Gullwing, one of the most famous cars of all time. Most people know it as a touring car, but this is an amazing example of it as a race car. We're here with Alex and Corina Curtis of Scottsdale, Arizona. I'm Chris Woodyard from USA Today at the Rolex Monterey Motorsports Reunion. Alex, what do we have going on here?
Well, this is basically, it's a group of vintage guys that have vintage cars, and we love our cars and we love to race them. These cars are born and bred to be raced, and we're giving them what they were born and bred to be done.
And Alex, how did you come by this gorgeous 300 SL Gullwing?
Most of my life I've always wanted one, and so I've always followed them. And a friend of mine in England had this one, and I had a car that we showed at Pebble Beach that he wanted and I wanted this, and so we worked out a deal. It took a few months, but they crossed the ocean in the middle of the night and we got this and he got what he wanted.
And Corina, you take it for groceries. What's it like to drive this car?
It's wonderful. It's very easy to drive. I have so much fun. I don't get to drive it near enough, I'll just say that much.
And what kind of reactions do you get around town?
Well, obviously you have people stopping and turning. And it's very fun when you have young people who take out their cameras and they start filming, and they come up and they ask you about the car, and a lot of them know almost as much about them as we do. It's wonderful.
What kind of racing heritage did this car have?
This car had been raced the majority of its life all around Europe, mostly doing rallies and hill climbs, and you know, it did do the Tour de France in 1957, but you know, it has a lot of history. It was in Holland for quite a while, and it's had many owners, so we haven't tracked down every owner, but we've gotten quite a bit of the history. And we got it, it had been in the Max Lips collection just before we got it, and he wasn't a racer, so it's kind of good that it came back to somebody that would race it.
And how does it perform on the track? What's it like to race this car on the track?
It's exhilarating. It's, you know, when you first race it, you think about what you're driving, and once you get used to it, it's a very easy car to handle as long as you remember what you're supposed to be doing. But I enjoy it. I love it. It's a lot of fun.
And I can attest, Alex looks like a guy who knows what he's doing. I'm Chris Woodyard for USAToday.com.